welcome back. Last time we did the exploration of New Londo. Character up at the top there is also for a challenge run that I'm intending to do. Not exactly a challenge, but a specific build run, I should say. I haven't decided which one I want to do first, whether it's the Fisticuffs run or that, since I actually enjoy the weapons that I'll be using for the other theme run. Let's see. Alright, I off-screened quite a bit of farming. Let me switch my gear back. Poise stuff. My Silver Knight chest piece is now at +5, makes it quite a good deal stronger. Still not quite as strong as the Black Iron against physical and fire, but against magic and lightning it's quite a good deal better. So it's better status defenses. Interesting. Didn't really do much else, unfortunately. Let's see. Stocked up on Homeward Bones while I was out doing my farming. Figured it would be a good idea to have some extra. The Avalon is now +14 instead of lightning. I did a quick bit of testing since I had extra chunks, and it turns out the standard upgrade path is better for PvE than the lightning path. Okay. So for this part, I guess we'll head over, get the guaranteed slab from the Stray Demon, upgrade the Avalon to +15, and then head down to the Great Hollow. I'm gonna make this an odds and ends one. Unfortunate that you can't warp there, no matter what you do. Yeah. I went down and killed Dark Wraiths for a little while. That's why I was in that faster movement setup. Unfortunately, I was unable to get a slab to drop. I just gave up after about 6 trips down there. They don't seem to like me much. I can skip that. Didn't level up any. Don't have a ton of free souls at the moment because I was buying Twinkling Titanite. This thing was actually kind of overpowered for these. Excuse me. Before you fight this guy, what I recommend doing is coming over here and resting. That way if you fail, you don't have to climb up to get here again. Yeah, it is kind of easy to die here, unfortunately. Simply because of all the fall damage you start off the fight with. Fight him. Step towards the center of the room and down you go. As you can see, you start off losing a lot of health. Pretty much the same fight as the Asylum Demon, just in a smaller and you can do it. Oftentimes, that will hit behind you, which can cause some major problems. Weapon like that, just get back because that blast is coming. If I die here, I apologize. I'm not exactly great at fighting this guy. your guard up, circle around, and try not to get caught in the blasts, and you're generally alright. It's just the addition of the explosions in this small area that causes people problems. I don't remember if that particular explosion does more damage or not. It's hard to remember everything about this fight. Definitely turning out to be a good thing I upgraded my flasks with that fire soul I've been holding on to. You'll take a lot less damage if you use a shield that's better against magic than I am, but I just didn't feel like switching because the stability on this thing is the best out of the shields I can actually use. One option is actually to get the Silver Knight shield, which they refuse to drop. Just like the sword. And use that. It's not as good against fire as this thing is, but it is better against magic, and I think it actually caps out at a point more to stability. Make sure you drop your guard between swings, otherwise you may run out of stamina. Yeah. They do like putting bosses in small arenas that don't like giving you any room. Killing it, you get a humanity, a homeward bone, a guaranteed slab, and 20,000 souls. Unfortunately, that is the only guaranteed Titanite slab, if memory serves. There might be one more, I can't remember off the top of my head, for the standard type. Okay, yeah, I did kill all the Black Knights down here, that's right. Forgotten that I did. Moment there. Wonder if I have enough time to make it to Sif and then go down the Great Hollow. I think I do, actually. Yeah, put it on the Avalon rather than the heavy crossbow. Now that is maxed out. Need to finish upgrading that eventually, but use the 20,000 souls to go buy the Crest of Artorias and get the hell out of here. And yes, that staggers you even with this amount of poise. It's kind of ridiculous. We got 83. I don't think we can poise through that attack at all. Could have sworn something swung at me. What? I know a way to get some Titanite easily.
You! Give me!
Let's see, where's my loss? Now. One way you can do this is go up and go back and forth from the crow, or quit and reload. Back and forth through the crow is a little bit quicker. Should have a pair of twinkling titanite there. Might also be able to rest at the bonfire to do this. I'll try that with this. Okay. It didn't exchange. Try resting at the bonfire for this one, see if it works. Sorry. Memory's a little crusty on this. Might be because the area didn't reset. Good thing is there's a bonfire right down here. Yeah, sorry about the randomness. I need to get the stability on this shield up. Don't know how I'm gonna fight Gwendolyn when I go to that part. Probably going to deal with getting the souvenirs of reprisal to get the Dark Moon Talisman before I fight him. But that involves Painted World, which might actually be the next video part. Airport. Let's see. Exchange that way.
Give me.
Nope. Ain't willing to exchange, huh? Do have to quit out. Oh well. Forget it then. I'll off-screen it if I do that trade. Thought it'd work. Not big. Still haven't gone and visited him in Blighttown. Figured I'd on-screen that part whenever he finally decides to frickin' move. Quit out of the game like 3-4 times now. Right.
Oh, so...
Where's Homeward? Yeah, we'll pick that up. Don't need any of his other miracles. So he's now utterly useless to me. There's a reason I picked that up. Even though I don't have the faith to use it yet. See how that goes. I might kind of just cheese through him because of the damage the crossbow puts out now. Or javelin, I should say. The Great Hollow's an easy area to die in when we do get down there. It can become kind of irritating at times. Just because of how easy it is to fall to your death in there. And there's a lot of stuff that I just don't bother collecting. There's quite a few crystal lizards in there, but I've never been able to catch up to most of them. Let's see, Crest of Artorias. And restock those. Just enough souls. Might actually make the Great Shield of Artorias out of my Spider Shield. Simply to have it. I don't have the stats to use it, but no harm in making it. Another thing I found out that I forgot to mention was that Dusk's corpse down there will not appear until you have bought something from her after summoning her once. That's why I couldn't find the set it carries. This area is a bit dangerous, but it's great for grinding souls in terms of the one I'm about to open up. There are some enemies in here that do not respawn, and some that do. There's also an item you can miss, which you only have one chance to get, unfortunately. I'll be collecting it, but just to show it, you might have to quit and reload in case the enemy decides to jump off a cliff. There's the first one. These guys, I don't remember if knights respawn or not. I know some of the NPCs do, some don't. But they all hit pretty damn hard. They're supposed to be Forest Hunter Covenant members, essentially. And there's quite a variety out here. As I said, they hit quite hard. But they're worth quite a few souls, as you can see. It'll take me a little bit to clear them all out. There you are. This one does respawn. That invisible knight I don't think actually does. None of them drop anything. There's a thief somewhere over here. He does respawn if I can find him. He's got that ring of fog crap on him too as well. So he's kind of hard to see, unfortunately. There he is. No, the ring of fog does not prevent you from walking on. Great, another knight. Just try to keep the thief where he can't get behind you, as he will backstab if he gets the chance. So I'm trying to figure out where he went, unfortunately. Ow. What is he doing? He causes bleed, because he has a bandit knife. He likes to run around like a complete idiot. Oh great, the cleric came. Cleric's not that dangerous in my opinion. Heal, I don't remember if he can cast Wrath of the Gods or not. Still using the cleric starter here. But a lot of people used to use a trick to come out here and farm, resulting in them getting quite a bit of souls really, really quickly. Let's see. There you are, Ferris. This is the NPC that often commits suicide and screws people out of its drops. The only one that drops anything. It's about to kill itself, as per usual. Ah, good. This one does not respawn. Good. Drops 20 humanities, the black bow of Ferris, and the hat. It's the longest range of the standard bows, but it's not very strong and it's slower than the other bows, unfortunately. So if you are going to use it, use heavy arrows to take advantage of its extra range. And get at least some damage out of it. Should be a bandit left. Alright. Attacking any of these NPCs while you remember the Forest Hunter Covenant will put you in the Book of the Guilty and break your covenant, just as a warning. So if you're invading someone for it, make sure you don't hit any of these guys. Unless you want to be booted from the covenant. Though that does result in players sitting there in disguise. That is one of them. Just as a way to irritate other people. Set right back here. Yep. Didn't think I'd come over here yet. It's the Stone Giant's armor set. Looks just like it. Basically, it's a slightly weaker version of Havel's, with no curse resist, and it's a little lighter. Better in some sections, weaker in others. Anyways. It's also a lot uglier. Trees around here, if memory serves. There's also another armor set that I forgot to pick up, the Eastern armor set. Don't think I'll go back and get it. It's not really all that great. Also has some of the weakest gloves in the game with it, for some non-apparent reason. I think they are the weakest gloves in the game. These mushrooms drop the gold pine resin. Unfortunately, they've got a lot of health and don't give many souls, as you can see. Kind of just a waste of time to kill them. Also have a pretty bad drop rate, from my memory. The big ones are even more of a waste of time. Look at that. 536 damage, and I didn't even take out a quarter of its health. They also hit like a damn train. They're slow, pretty easy to avoid, just don't let the big ones hit you. They drop 2 if memory serves, the gold pine resins. Just killing these guys. Yeah. Get at that chest. I don't know what's up with this little one. There are some enemies out here that I will not be fighting at all. I will be trying my best to avoid them. It is the 3 evil cat things. I've never been good at fighting those damn things. What's wrong with these guys? Just book it instantly. Waste my time. Anyways, the reason I killed them was to get at this. This is the Enchanted Ember. You need a +5 magic weapon to turn it into an enchanted, and other than that, it's just not really all that important. Good for intelligence builds, though. Do not fall down there. You can see one of them from here, but that's the giant cat things. I cannot stand those damn things. If I can walk onto it from up here, I'll kill it, but I don't think I can. That's just a soul consumable. I'm going to grab it for the sake of grabbing it. Now, you can lure them to certain areas where they can't hurt you, and you can just pick them off with a ranged weapon. Let's see if I can get one to come down here. Without it killing me. I don't think those two will come down until you've either weakened or killed this one. As you can see, they have quite a lot of health. They're very fast moving. That attack is freaking terrible. You cannot block it, and it just genuinely sucks. I don't remember if they're worth killing. Oh, crap. A total of 3 of them. Killing for me. Only worth 2,000 souls each. They do not respawn, however. So if they irritate you enough, go kill them off. Good luck. Sif, however, is just right over here. Now, if you do that run in human form, you will be invaded. There's just no getting around it. There will be forest hunters after you. They can invade in rapid succession. There is no limit, except for the 3 invaders in your game at a time. Cooldown time, nothing. Hence why a lot of players, at times, will come in here, summon 2 guys right by the start, and just wait for invaders to gang up on them. Right over here is the Hornet Ring. Favorite of those who like to backstab fish or parry a lot. And eat Sif. That little cutscene will be different if you have beaten the DLC. That's going to be interesting. The way to fight him usually is to essentially hug his leg. As you can see, he does quite a bit of damage with that attack. That's the one you want to watch out for. Way to get a chance to heal, go underneath them. All of his attacks pretty much will miss you if you're underneath him. I can't hit it very well. He likes to jump around and run quite a good deal during this fight. He won't stick close to you much, which can become incredibly annoying. That attack generally has a habit of breaking your stamina and hitting you through it if you don't have a stable enough shield. I wasn't sure if my shield would be stable enough to take the hit from it. Part of why I wanted to upgrade it. Real easy if you're a melee build. So you can just sit like this and beat the crap out of him. Once his health gets low enough, he starts limping around and his movements become a lot slower. He also starts staggering after some of his attacks. Bye, Sif. Then it gets you the Covenant of Artorias, his soul, and how many souls? If you are in the Forest Hunter Covenant, and before you receive the mission to, you come here and kill him, it'll also put you in the Book of the Guild. Just as an FYI. Since I don't feel like dealing with anything else. The or Ferris's hat is usually associated with the hunter set. It's really weak, unfortunately, and doesn't really have anything special about it. Yeah. The bow, find it, has a really high dexterity requirement, but the shot range is longer than the longbow. It also starts with S dexterity scaling, but it's honestly not as strong, sadly, due to the lower base attack power on it. Point of faith, and yeah, let's get some endurance. Since now I can use homeward if I really want to. I'll switch to that when I'm farming. Check to see if the talisman is better yet. I don't remember when it starts to be better, if it ever does. Nah, still not anywhere near as good. And yeah, I think I'll end it at the entrance to the Great Hollow. Easiest way to get there is to go to the Daughter of Chaos bonfire you got to earlier. Part of why I said it's important to do that is because it gives you a way to get back down here. Where's my rusted ring? Gives me the heavy mood, so enough. Didn't think so. Also lighter. Less wasteful on bolts for the crap I have to kill down here. I really wish they had done more with the crossbows, so they would have been more reliable, to be honest. Because the attack power isn't that great. It does allow for kind of cheesy builds like mine, where you've got tons of vitality and endurance way before you ever should. But at the same time, they just don't act like actual crossbows. The crossbows were designed to go through armor, pretty much. Serves, and they don't have anything like that on these. Well, I'll be here, because I don't think I've upgraded my pyromancy flame high enough. Seems to be. Guess I can check. She is right over here if memory serves. Doesn't look like she's here at the moment. No, she shows up when you've got your pyromancy flame high enough, if my memory is correct on that. Just correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, sorry. And once you've bought a spell from her, the pyromancy trainer up in Firelink will ask you about her, or if you've ascended your pyromancy flame. Answer no if you want to keep him up there, answer yes, and he'll wander off to the swamp and go hollow. Sigmar, but I might have ignored where he shows up. I can't remember. Oh, there he is. Never mind. Now, for this spot, you have to have some purple moss with you. Otherwise, you can't get him to move on. I don't remember if he dies if you leave without getting him anything, though. Yes, you're sleeping in a swamp full of giant leeches or slugs, whatever they are.
Oh ho!
That's a great idea.
Excuse me, I was so absorbed in thought I just drifted away. You see, I'm actually in a bit of a fix. I've made it this far, but I'm short on antidote moss for the trip back. By my knighthood, I'm ashamed to ask, but can you spare a few scraps of moss? Fantastic. Thank you. A saint you are. This Knight of Katarina expresses his deepest gratitude. I shall not forget this. Please, take this, a symbol of my appreciation.
And he gives you the pierce shield.
Our fates do
That's
seem
that weird little
entwined,
shield,
don't they?
shield he's
Perhaps
using.
This, too, is the will of Lord Gwyn.
It's not very good for blocking. It's basically just like the spiked shield, only it doesn't cause bleed. Find it. There we go. It's more for attacking. It's not too bad as a blocking shield, except for the stability's terrible. But yeah. After this, you have to find his daughter in the Duke's archives, from my memory. She's inside one of those gold crystal golems, just like Dusk was. And after that, it's off to the Demon Ruins for him. Lost his lift, technically, but you get the idea. I'm really gonna set up a timer up here so I can tell how long the video's been stretching on. Show how to get the Chloranthy ring before we do the trek down here, and I'll do that trek down Ash Lake in the next video. Just gotta remember the right spot to drop down. What? Just in case? Well, it doesn't really matter here, actually. Now that I think about it, since you can just walk right back down. Just gotta remember the spot. Ah, there it is. Basically, the goal is, for getting the Chloranthy ring, just roll off, and if you're lucky, you land there. Hurts quite a bit, but you get the Chloranthy ring. That essentially acts as the Grass Crest shield without taking up your shield slot. But, this place sucks. Figured I'd grab this as well while I'm here. Just a Titanite chunk, but why not? As you can see, there are also Curse Frogs down here. I'll be switching back to the Avalon for the trip through this area. But, moment. Not going to be dealing with that. Enough to upgrade. Oh, right. Also got a couple Demon Spear drops. The stats honestly aren't that great. They've just got a lot of reach. And they're expensive to upgrade, unfortunately. Black Bow of Ferris, as you can see, the damage gain is pathetic from upgrading, but it uses the basic upgrade path, just like all the other bows. Well, except for the Dragon Slayer and the other Great Bow, but those don't really count in my opinion. Right, another thing I forgot to mention, if you really can't get the Black Knight shield to drop, and you have enough strength to use this thing, upgrade it along the fire path. It quite literally gets to be almost fireproof from that. What shield do I have that's decent against magic? The giant shield. I can't use it. And Havel's, but Havel hates magic. That's the reason behind it. He's actually the way, or the one that created Great Magic Barrier, which is down here. Anyways, guys next time.